auksjonarius for. Og hvis det har vært litt, så det er jo ofte firmaer og sånt som skal bli kvitt tingene sine. Hvis det har ofte vært litt sånn at det har gått litt treigt med buda, så har jeg ofte tøtta på litt rann.
Jeg tror det er sånn at jeg kledde meg en boksskjørt.
Nei, det har jeg ikke det.
Nei.
Jeg vet ikke om det har vært salgsfremmende, men i hvert fall så har jeg tøtta på litt rann sånn kudis. Ok, da legger jeg på her en rull med plaster og et lysstoffrør.
Og ikke nok med det. Det har vært en slags Knut Bjørnsen.
Det blir litt sånn, men dykkermaske og
kassegitar
høres
ut som en bare engelsang.
Ja. Eller Øystein Sunde.
Ja.
Han hadde dykkermaske og glemt der, far min hadde dykkermaske og gitar på sånn.
Det er altså Øystein Sunde spesialblitt, dette. Og salgsspesial. Faen, vi er ikke normale, ass.
Jeg har mye å takke Øystein Sunde for vi har bare fått fokuset over til Årnes.
Good morning. It is now Thursday, 2nd of June. July, sorry.
Han har kommet lett unna det siste. Nei da, han er nygift da. Skilt eller sånn her.
Ja, ikke det.
Jeg må kjøpe Se og Hør for 7 sider med i farve og glans av papir. Nei da, men vi...
Se hva brudebildet av han og brudestasen som er i ferd med å stikke av.
Men hva...
Kalme kaka etter da.
Når du får bryllupskake i en underetasje. Kjelleretasje. Det første lyset går nedover. Nei.
The investigations in the wake of the boarding assault on the Lucky Strike have continued. Morgan, you confirmed that Avarice's brain does not appear to have been physically tampered with. And in fact, there is a small explosive device in there. Should someone try to do that, his head will explode and he will die. You also are trying to negotiate a détente, a peace between Talos Ivo and your regular mechanic of ally, Closet, that has become somewhat hostile. Closet is confused by your instructions, but you told him to find a way to give Talos Ivo 10% of his time and a priority that would please you.
Yes.
Meanwhile, Damien and Solomon have been corn scene investigators, just determining exactly what happened. Solomon recognized the smell of an agent reminiscent of the sleeping salts used to sedate Grox and knock people out on Promethea that was in the judge's quarters, where his armor minus his helmet and his weapons remained. And Damien discovered a stummer on one of the bodies of the attackers that had been left behind, crushed by a wall instead of burned to death along with all evidence, which means that it was possible for these attackers to move in absolute silence, unheard by anyone, explaining how they could do much of what they did around the team. Morgan, you had recollected Avarice and were making your way towards the bridge when Solomon rushes up to you.
Morgan, look what we found on one of the bodies, a stumper.
Yes, a stummer.
Yes. It makes it's silence. Makes you move like the wind itself.
Yes, I used to use one of those. So that is how they got onto the ship without waking me up.
Well, we also believe that they used some kind of sleeping agent on the judge.
That would make sense. Because they had to physically remove him, and they didn't want him to fight back. Alright.
But we have one question we can't figure out. If the judge was their only target, and they came to remove him, and they welded Damien and I away, and they used a knockout drug on him, why would they bother waking you? It makes no sense.
Solomon, go get Damien and bring him back to the bridge and we can discuss further.
Excellent. And he's like on his heel. Damien! Morgan wants to talk to you.
So Solomon is running, like, he gets to Damien 30 feet before you, and there's that awkward moment of all of you walking to the same place as you continue to the bridge together.
He gives you this number too, just like, yeah, evidence.
To Morgan?
Yeah.
Right.
Great.
You're all on the bridge.
Yep. So Morgan will... She's toying with the stubber in her hand, and she's just gonna sit in one of the chairs and turn back to look at everybody. Thank you for So,
Yes, it's what happened. You don't need to be a quarantine investigator to know that, man.
yeah, this is the boys' squad. And good job on the investigations finding this star. Did you find anything else of note?
Well, Solomon and I were talking. This seems to be a carefully planned assault and incursion onto the Lucky Strike. In particular, the judge effectively incapacitated. Such preparedness implies insider knowledge. Avarice doesn't know what or when or why he will receive information, but he ought to know when he sends it. Does he not?
Or just looking over at Everest?
I mean, yes. Alright, so you knowing all of us, the fact that my door was missing, you didn't send any of that information to your bifurcated half. Is that right?
I don't know what you mean, but I sent it to the other ship.
That answers that then.
I received orders from the Inquisitorial side of my brain that told me to take us here on a ship approach and send them this information, that I should not warn any of you because you might make choices that would move you against whatever was intended to happen.
So, the intention was not for us to wake up, fight back. The intention was what then?
I knew what I knew, which was to send them the information, to allow them on board, and then to take whatever they were meant to take.
You told them about my room with no door. That was information you shared.
Yes, I obey the Inquisition. The order came from the Inquisition.
All right, I understand. So then, this could have gone differently? Morgan?
Yes. For one thing, I will say that Closet did scan Avarice. He has not been tampered with because there is a bomb in his brain. If anyone tries to touch any of him inside, his head will explode, so it is not something that is tamperable.
Alright. So then, it comes back to this was an plot against us, ordered by Valentine.
Yes. And it was against us, but seemingly only insofar that they were to come and take the judge. As for your question, Solomon, I was woken up in the night with a knife on my back and I was not privy. I did not want to be interrogated that way myself, so I fought back. But it seems that whoever that woman was, she must be some sort of mercenary or takes jobs and is paid for them. She did not know we are in position. She did not access any of those files. All she knew was she was supposed to come to the ship and get the judge. And it seems she has personality that she said she thought it would be fun to talk to me.
That woman, I spoke with her as well,
Did you?
through your cockpit, before she destroyed it. She seemed, almost casual
Precisely.
about potentially killing us all.
Yes. I think all she cared about was completing her mission, which was to get the judge. And other than that, perhaps she was pulled by her own whimsy in interacting with us further.
Did you recognize her?
No.
Can you tell us anything else?
We've captured pics of her, I believe, from the airlock. If you give me some time, I can go get things. Obviously, I can't use open channels. It can be much quicker. Give me a week and I can probably find some information.
Well, I think that's plenty of time. We can call Valentine and get to the bottom of this then.
And also, when I found Avarice on the bridge, he had been tied with what you call Drukari paint knots.
Drukari?
Yes. In black silk that were meant to harm you
He's just asleep. You just hear snoring sounds like, Morgan, keep secrets for her.
Yeah, it's like not everything about him against my will. It's just shut him up.
Okay, so you're aware of all of the things that were in his mind. So what is your next plan?
To gesture with my hand facing away from Solomon, but for Morgan to see sign Gothic of Kestrel, and then in the context of the questioning. Kestrel question mark. After hearing a description of this gene-enhanced Drukari clothing wearing, Drukari weapon using woman coming in with what now is starting to sound, as each of us kind of talk about our different interactions with her, sort of having a sense of play and gameful kind of, like it's starting to really, like Damien is starting to get freaked out, and to Morgan he will just, because he doesn't, this is again like, he knows that Solomon knows the name Kestrel. Kestrel has invaded his dreams before, and this is just like, to get that read of Solomon, to know that Solomon isn't necessarily thinking about that and wants to basically spare the mind of the champion of the taint of even considering a demon.
Morgan, normally I would make you roll for this, but I think this is, with your extensive knowledge of the Drukari, there's no one on Earth from Gamora who would ever team up with a Slaaneshi cultist. Their aims are completely at odds. Drukari are looking to cause enough pain to be able to live forever and never actually get sucked into the mouth of Slaanesh. It does not mean they go dance with demon heads. It's a real problem there. So this would be a very strange and very unlikely choice of servant. I think you're smart enough to be like, anything's theoretically possible, but the odds there are very, very low.
Yeah, and I think it's Damien even saying that, because obviously she didn't hear any of the demon talk, like it didn't come out through the comms or anything like that. The fact that Damien instantly brings that up is, for her, less about this lady and the situation, because that was not Morgan's track at all, but she instantly tracks that, like, Damien is freaked out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she makes direct eye contact with you, but makes no movements of her body or anything to say yes or no, and then turns back to Solomon. I think that is all that we will find for tonight. We should all try to get some rest, as we are just stuck here for now.
Should we start maybe instituting a watch system going forward? I feel like these incursions on our ship have become too commonplace that we can all just go to bed at the same time any longer. I feel like maybe I would volunteer to take a first watch if we swapped out.
That's a good idea, Solomon. We will just have to be sure that we can realign our sleep schedules when we need to go on mission.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, if you want to take first watch, get into your armor and do so.
Done.
I will suggest, if you want a night shift, if you're looking at a traditional spread, Closet does not have the same sleep needs as the rest, so we can make sure that he's actively patrolling instead of caught up in his workshop. Give you at least 8 hours of your day, perhaps, and you could all sleep to make sure that you are synced up for missions.
As long as we know Closet can't be remotely accessed and hacked.
No more than the rest of us.
Think about
Fotobox längre framme.
think about that. Thank you, Everest. For now, Solomon.
Fotobox längre framme.
And he'll go down the armor.
Alrighty.
Damien, would you mind joining me in my quarters?
Yes. Yes.
She's gonna walk in and there's Salazar.
Oh, hey!
Oh.
Have you,
What is he doing here?
have you just been waiting here?
Well, you didn't tell me where to go, so I figured I'd wait.
Yes. The literal mechanicus. Alright.
Because
Tell us, Ivo, if you would please return to your duties.
Okay, I'll check out the Gellerfield, I guess. And then, can I have one of the bunks?
One of them.
I don't have a place to stay or sleep or charge or repair myself. I've been kicked out of the Mechanicus berth, and then I've just been staying in an empty hole.
Morgan is like baffled by this because it's like the Mechanicus, they want to be treated like they're machines, but then they have these human
Then they want
needs. Like,
beds.
what
Can you roll me an insight?
10.
Wallace sure is different. That's all you know.
1 in a million.
He does not seem like the ordinary mechanics you've met anywhere else.
That's
There is
true.
something different about it.
Yeah. Well, we don't need it, yes.
Great!
For his needs, Morgan is so annoyed. It's just like, lots of things from her.
Well, my needs are met. Thank you. Goodbye. He just trundles out of this tank treads and disappears. Door closed behind him.
Yep. And Morgan will close the door behind her and then turn around to see Damien. No, Damien. That had nothing to do with demons or the warp.
How do you know?
I know both because the Drukari don't interact with those demons. They are completely adverse to them. But also because in general she seems like just a mercenary and she didn't even know the amount of things that we know.
She...
Fotobox längre framme.
She seemed to be toying with us, playing, taunting.
And this is where Morgan's like, he was in jail, and before that, he was in the Ministorum, and it's like turning over in her head. Yes, Damien. Toying with people and pleasure are things that may seem demonic to you, but also are things that normal, everyday Imperium people can enjoy from time to time. It says this lady in her, like, nightie just talking to you.
Yeah. Okay. So... that was normal, then?
In this case, considering the Drukari not work and her seeming to want to twist the knife, as it were, perhaps she has similar Drukari indulgences. They enjoy hurting other people to gain pleasure from it. In this way, they are somewhat intertwined with the demons of the warp, but they don't summon them, Damien, not like you. She's like,
Solomon is not in the room.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah.
not with warp effects in that way.
You can see that the damage has been done. And David says,
Good morning, John.
Delegator.
No, that is not all, Damien. And Morgan's like, I need to stop doing this when I'm tired.
This thing, John, you guys went through a long mission here, crashed it for maybe an hour, got woke up, went through combat or doing investigations. Solomon is going to be the most stoic but dead-eyed security guy marching the hallways.
Yeah. And Morgan is tired and burnt and was shaken from all of this too, and absolutely did not mean to step all over Damien like that. But well.
But do you think you can save him in your current condition?
No. But Morgan is. We cannot contact the Inquisitor for every little thing.
Every little. 50 intruders. The judge taken. You nearly blasted out into the void. It gets bigger than this. This is little.
The reason that this is not big is, as you said, the only one who would know that we are here, that the judge is here, the only one who knows that is Inquisitor Valentine. So if he were to send someone to this location, to send our ship there, to get him, the only person who could have done that is him. And we are not here to question him.
Well, I guess that's that.
It is.
May I be excused?
Get some sleep, Damien.
I'd like to clean up first.
Go on.
And Damien's going to turn around to leave, and he's still
that hurt. He's still stung by the, they don't call them demons like you do, line there. So he's falling back on repentance, and labor is holy. Work itself is its own kind of praise for the emperor. And so by cleanup, he means like the hull. He's going to stack, drag, strip all the bodies, and all the while he will be reciting the entirety of his prayer book, because he's got that memorized.
Oh, yeah.
And so there are 2 people awake on the ship during Solomon's watch.
Can you roll me an athletics?
10.
Okay, I will say, with the amount of bodies, if you're also cleaning the floor afterwards, it'll take you as long as Solomon's shift. But you easily get that. It's all laid out in the secondary hold, not closets, the one opposite it, so you can get all the bodies laid out to be vented.
Yep.
Just taken to the airlock, shunt it out that way, no problem. Checking for additional materials.
And they're like what is person-shaped still after incineration and stuff like that. They're stripped. They're just naked corpses, and then it's like pile of clothing and stuff like that. Just everything for better minds to pick over.
Yeah. Closet is somebody that you can definitely give those tasks over time. He's also happy for raw materials, because he'll strip it down to the threads to use for other things.
Yeah.
He's got a full setup. His hold is chock full of material and stuff he wants to do. There are many imperial mortuary cults, though, where they're obsessed with death, where there are these things spread through a world. You have traveled between multiple cathedrals and undoubtedly dealt with multiple sects. Yours is correct, of course, but there are many. Is there anything from these heretics that have been cleansed, that have been killed? Like, would you want to take their skulls to put them in the chapel? Is there something that you would take from these bodies as a form of veneration or sanctification for the internal chapel of the Lucky Strike, or no?
I think if he can't be certain of where these people came from and of what they represent in value, their remains cannot be deemed suitable or unsuitable, and erring on the side of caution, full disposal. If there is remains to keep, I think those are like the remains of like faithful servants. Even in death, you are then added to the greater good that is the Emperor's light. Those are the remains I think you keep.
That makes sense to me. So, that all gets kind of cleared out and sent off. Biological samples are kept to the bodies that remain, where you keep, like, a limb, so you've got it for...
Even as stripping the remains and things like that, looking for any kind of consistent markings on their bodies or anything like that. Because that's another thing as a heretic hunter, to look for people who mark themselves with obscene, heretical markings and things like that.
Sure, roll me an investigation.
7.
You're seeing a couple of instances of Drakari kanji, but none of them are consistent. You're not seeing the same markings. It's not like it's on everyone in the same way. It's not the level that you've seen of some cults or witches where it's full body. It's like individual markings, sometimes on a forearm, sometimes an ankle, sometimes a leg. There's one across, over an eyebrow that was hidden under one of the pieces there. You can take photographs of all that to be able to submit them to Morgan. She speaks some Drakari.
I'll do that, because I don't know that Damien can even spot a Drukari script of any kind to know what that symbol looks like compared to any other kind of written language.
It could be any other written language. I would say with the Drakari that you've seen recently, there are things that stand out specifically to it, because you saw it on the sails of the Raider, you've seen it on the Archon. There are a couple of things like that where you've just had more exposure recently. It looks like a jagged-edged blade the whole way through. They're always swooping little whorls that lead to blade points. It's very sharp. It's very angular. It's very decadent, but also vicious, even in the way that it's drawn. So it definitely stands out to you as Drakari. I would say you know enough to be able to recognize, like if you saw it on a street now, I think you could recognize graffiti in Drakari versus just generic street language. Stuff could be similar again, like you could find somebody whose language was based on it, or people who've carried the motifs, but there's enough consistency now with the amount of photographs that you've seen that I think you can recognize Drakari stuff or Drakari influenced items. The other thing that you notice over the course of the evening as you were preparing is that the chapel itself was not defiled in any way. It seems like none of these invaders set foot in the chapel. You've probably seen one or two xenophile cults over the course of your career. Not a ton of them. It's a pretty rare form of witch, but it can exist. almost any cult, though, the first thing they want to do is defile anything from the Ministorum. They just want to trash the place. They want to scrawl their own images over things. The door was open to the chapel, but nobody went in it, and nobody did any damage in there, which is an interesting thing to notice.
Yeah. I think Damon would read that as a indication of, like, purpose and professionalism.
Mm-hmm.
It continues to build the case of, like, sophistication here.
Mm-hmm.
That there's so much intentionality behind everything that happened that it almost makes sense that, like, there's nothing in there that they were charged with retrieving, and therefore they did not even go into desecrating.
Mm-hmm.
They went surgically to only where they needed to be. Yeah.
Makes a lot of sense. At the end of that time, I'm imagining you rest, having cleaned up all of this and done all this work.
I think after fighting, channeling the warp, the high emotional state of we're under attack.
Also, the Burroughs assault, the assault on the governor's mansion, there's been no rest from that
He
until
hasn't
now.
even really, like, hashed out and resolved the fact that Kestrel, like, seized his bodily form and that his companions stayed behind and pulled him back out of that. Like, that hasn't really been addressed, and yeah, he's exhausted. It's just, yeah, like, full body emotional, mental exhaustion.
Yep, he's out like a light. Solomon does his shift. Morgan, is there anything else you do before sleep?
Boy, yeah, Morgan has been super tired and does feel bad that she really stepped on Damien because she didn't mean to. It was like she's trying so hard to, like, buoy these boys, and it really was just like a bad interjection. And so it's like she is laying down, she's like, I'm gonna go sleep, I'm gonna totally sleep and we'll be fine, and she just cannot fall asleep. So, oh man, Morgan's just all over the place. But I think in the night she will go back to where Closet is, like, tap on the door and come back in. Morgan, who has not slept.
What?
I have another small task for you, Ed.
Understood.
I would like you to take less than a quarter of a pound of the oromite and fashion it into an aquila and a necklace.
Yes.
All right, I would like you to do that first and talk to me in the morning when it is complete.
Do you want the chain to be oromite as well, or just the aquila?
As long as it is less than a quarter pound, do all of it.
Pure oromite, correct?
Correct.
Understood.
Good night, Closet.
Good night.
She's going to bed.
Great. She goes to bed. Solomon, you are pacing the ship, ready for enemies at any turn. Is there anything else he's doing or thinking? Like, what is this night like for him?
I think he's kind of like everybody else. I think he's trying to pretend he's not zombified, but he is zombified. So he is going through the motions. I'm sure he's missing things. He's not as sharp as he'd like to be. He stops off at the mess hall to get, like, a shitty cup of 40K coffee or something like
Calf.
that.
It's there. Recap.
Yeah.
No question.
And otherwise, he's just doing, like, security guard duty. He's checking doors, making sure everything's locked. He's, just the most, like, standard, and then just counting down the time. Great. Yes. Okay. Good. Locked. Front page locked. Closet, you're all right?
I'm fine.
Great. Excellent. Let me know if you need anything.
Will do.
Yep.
Do you need stims? Josh just gave you a very dramatic head turn.
Listen, how long's this shift?
It's an 8-hour shift.
Hey, the judge isn't here.
Exactly.
Yeah. You have stims?
Yes, I produce stims.
He'll shake off, like, one of the arm pieces of his armor and be like, yeah, all right, I'll take a stim.
We'll get you back to functioning optimally. And he jabs you in the forearm with the stim that empties into your bloodstream.
Oh, dream. Mission accomplished. He's cooked.
Oh, wonderful.
Man.
You get 5 temporary HP.
We love that. We love
And all the role-playing effects of doing meth.
Solomon, Choose hugs, not drugs.
Let's start a business. I have this great idea.
No, thank you.
No, hear me out.
I will listen while I work.
You can join my improv group. We're doing next level shit.
I do not understand these words.
Long and short form.
The first medium form improv
The medium form improv group.
What is improv?
Oh, let me tell you about it. Here. I'll sit you down.
I cannot sit.
Oh,
I float.
never mind.
I do
never
not
mind.
have a butt.
I don't have time to talk about improv. I'm on duty. So I gotta do the rounds. And he just tick 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 like he's pep step, check it. So now it's not sloppy. Like I assume a stim is like meth, like you're saying. Like
It's a little bit. It's an upper.
Yeah.
Like it's an upper. It's one of the reasons why it adds temporary HP instead of regular HP. 'Cause
Sure.
It's not actually healing you. It's just giving you the ability to push even
Yeah.
further through something.
Great.
So it doesn't have any mechanical effects
Nope.
in terms of rules of D&D 2024, but it does let you.
Yeah, as far
Push
as
a little
like
harder.
the guard duty now, it's
Oh, yeah.
just he's like zoned in. He's checking everything. He's light switches. He's making sure Damien's in bed.
It's the same way they don't
Everybody's
talk
okay.
about this, but they use amphetamines for like long-term bomber flights where
Yeah.
they're like, oh, you're going to be in the air for 24 hours. We're going to make sure that you're awake for the
juice,
back
yeah.
half.
And he's just grinding his teeth and heading down the aisle.
Fabulous. At the end of your shift, can you roll me a Constitution saving throw?
Sure can.
I want to know if you can clear the stims to actually go to sleep.
Great cue.
Ooh.
What number would I need to get?
I'm not telling you. Tell me what you roll.
It's a 2.
It's a 2. No, you can't sleep. You're the next morning. Everyone's waking up
Yeah.
to sit down and kind of have breakfast at the beginning of the day, and you're still amped.
Yeah. Yep. So he just plunk it right down to Damien, and he's gonna be he's the worst version of himself right now. Like all the things that I imagine would irritate you about Solomon
Oh, okay.
are like
So Damien's sitting down in his
Yeah.
little cubby corner where he's got all his writings and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And Solomon, you sit down to join him.
and he sits like right beside you. Damien!
Hey, I'm working.
Yeah,
here.
excellent. Yeah, it's time for breakfast though. Do you want anything? I'm not hungry, but I'll make you something. Do you want me to get you something?
You weren't in the room when I went to bed.
No,
You
I
weren't-
stayed up. I stayed up all night. Guard duty. Gotta keep the ship safe. Gotta keep you safe.
Look at me.
Uh-huh.
Let me see your eyes.
Yeah, check them out. Huge, beautiful, they're dinner plates.
Fucking Bambi
Uh-huh,
eyes. Yeah.
Uh-huh. And he's drumming like, all right. Okay. What do you want to do
Like,
today?
and hand on top of yours,
Oh,
like stop that.
Yeah. The foot starts going. Yes.
well.
Okay.
Did you take something?
Oh, yeah. Closet hooked me up.
It's really obvious.
Mm-hmm.
You're nodding. Are you hearing me?
What?
It's clear that you are on drugs right now.
Okay. I had to protect the ship. So
Well-
you're welcome.
Can you sleep?
Don't need to.
No, you do.
No, take it to the
I'm
stem.
just doing some work on
24/7
my laptop.
vigilance.
Solomon,
Huh?
do not take another stim.
Have you ever had a stim? They're good. They turn all your bad feelings into good feelings. You ever listen to jazz?
I know it's not. That's
No,
very-
it's good. It's a weird time signature. It's like 1512.
Solomon, stop speaking.
Uh-huh.
And like on his comms, like closet.
Yeah.
Do you have any kind of a gentle sedative that you could manufacture
Divine gentle.
that would allow someone to sleep as naturally as possible to bring them down off of a stim high?
Sorry, watching Jonathan drum.
Yeah.
He's killing me.
Like every hand that comes up to like hit an imaginary symbol is like Damien also just like stop it, like just trying to like hold your wrists, but you are much stronger than Damien.
Yes.
Good. Do that now, please. Solomon hasn't slept, and
He was on guard duty.
I was on guard duty.
yeah, that was supposed to be a guard shift.
Yes, it was an 8-hour shift. He was functioning at 45% capacity at best. 1 hour in.
Did you give him stims?
Yes.
Give him sedatives to counteract the amount of stims you gave him.
To put him to sleep.
Aye, yes. We're awake now. His shift is over. He needs sleep. He cannot sleep like this.
I'll bring the sedative to you now.
Good. And
appears on his anti-grav generator. Put this in his neck.
Okay, I was going to say Damien now trying to hold Solomon's attention so that it can just be Closet just jabbing him.
Did I hear any of that conversation? Or was that out loud, or was that...
It would be out loud,
you would have heard his half, but not Closet.
Okay.
It would be out loud, but Damien is also assuming that you are just on another planet.
He's just, bipping and bopping. What do you got? Is those more stims?
It's a sedative. You're supposed to sleep, apparently.
Oh, I don't know. Who's on guard duty next, though?
Solomon. Tell me about Promethean Grok's rearing.
Oh, you don't want to know about that. That's old news.
Whoa.
Come on. That's back on Promethea. We're in space. We're in a ship.
This is good enough. He's got him going now, and now he's just going to just point at Solomon's neck.
Why don't I tell you
to Closet.
Why don't I tell you what an astropath is? I learned. I was doing some reading last night.
Yeah, tell me that.
You talk to the astropath can send a message right through space and time.
Just a moment, Solomon. Damien, what did your hand gesture mean?
Administer the dose.
The what?
Expose your neck.
What were you doing there with, that was fun, where you were moving your hands like you were playing some kind of instrument.
He kind of inches away from Closet a little bit. I was like keeping a beat.
This syringe is to go in your neck. Expose it. He produces a syringe and his mechadendrite that floats overhead.
I'm trying to figure out how, like, I'm obviously hyping it up a little bit, but to say, like, Solomon's not like a filthy drug addict. Like, he's not a tweaker that's like, he's gonna maximize the high. Yeah. I think after, like, by this point when this is all happening, he'd be like, all right, I get it. But I want you to know.
He steps forward and clangs off your arm, missing your neck.
Whoa! Okay,
Give me that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Here,
gives it to you.
Yeah, and he'll
it's okay. It's okay. Here.
Yeah, and he'll be less like underhanded about it. Like, put your arm out.
Give me the juice. And as you go, like as you do, you go, I just want you to know, this was a good time. And I just think that maybe you and I should do some stims together. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
There you go, Tiger.
And you know,
all right,
you are my best friend on this whole friggin' boat.
Okay.
And he falls asleep at the table.
That's fine. And like, I've thought of Damien's like table, right, where he's doing his like writing and calligraphy as like like a corner kind of booth.
Yeah, absolutely.
So he's just going to shimmy out and he's going to make sure Morgan can't see him doing this. Like nobody can see him doing this, but he's gonna like pick
Closet's in the room.
Closet, back to what you were doing. Thank you for that.
Understood. Do you need help moving him?
No. He'll sleep here.